Friday morning, thought we'd close it out with some Camping 101. We brought our friends back from Scouts Canada. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, we're just waking up here on the show, but getting excited as we get ready for the summer season. Sarah's here. She's going to start us off about the idea of tips we need if we're heading out, and the buddy system, crucial.
Yes, so if you're heading out, even for a hike, a quick one, or going out for camping, you always need to make sure that someone knows where you are and where you will be coming back and when you should be there. And if you don't arrive, then they should be able to contact someone to help find you. And that's the buddy system. And secondly, whenever you go out, even if it's a quick grouse grind, always bring an emergency day pack kit. And these cubs here have brought out their day packs and listed everything here for us.
And we're going to speak to our cubs here. Ayan, up on deck here. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good, you look sharp. I like the outfit. Now, what are some of the key things you need in your pack?
I would take a map. Now, I've put my map in a Ziploc bag just in case it rains, so your map doesn't get wet. Now, a second thing that we have here is some matches to light a fire if you need to light a fire. And then if you need to cut some food or cut some wood for your campfire, you have a pocket knife there too.
Ayan, I see a bright future ahead. Very well spoken.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's the start off. Haruya.
Hi, and today I'm going to be showing 3 really important items you need for camping. So always bring like a snack or trail mix so you don't get tired during hiking or just camping anywhere, and also sun safe. So whenever there's like when it's hot, you can prevent sunburns from happening.
Yeah.
And also extra clothing if like you get wet or hot, or like maybe you get cold. You can have extra clothing to like lay yourself up, or like change and like make yourself dry again so you can become really warm again.
Great tips right there. It gets cold at night. Andreas, really briefly, take us through some of the items you're going to bring.
So you always want an emergency blanket for if you get lost in the forest, so you have it on and it protects all your body heat. You always want a water bottle to keep you hydrated, and you want it full before you go on a day hike. And you definitely want a compass to find your way.
Cubs have their game faces on. Okay, Cubs, let's get to the tents because we want to put this together. Anaya, you're going to help us out of finding the right location for the tents, yeah?
Yeah, so when finding a right location, first you have to do your research on the campsite, make sure you have the right one, and then you have to make sure you set up your tent in the right place. You don't want it to be too close to the food, and you don't want it to be too close to wilderness. And especially you don't want to be on certain types of hills because the tent may slip and that can cause injuries.
And are these Cubs available for hire? Because they got this tent up in like 5 seconds here. They are pretty good. What do you look for when you're buying the tent as well?
When you're buying a tent, you want to look for the size you want, but depending on how many people, depending on what you need it for. For the winter, you want a smaller tent so it's warmer and more compact, and for the summer, you may want a little bit more room.
Excellent. I think we have a world record set for putting this tent together. So Sarah's got the oatmeal. Anaya, come over here.
Sure.
The ingredients and the types of food we want to bring with us. What are some key essentials, Sarah?
So a really good thing to bring are dried carbohydrates. So things like oatmeal, nuts are not carbohydrate, but they're awesome because they're packed with nutrition. And you also want to make sure you incorporate some fresh fruits and vegetables to keep your vitamin C up. Like Anaya was saying, when you're picking a campground, you want to make sure there isn't any recent bear activity, and if there is, you have to make sure you know how to hang up your food and keep it away from low light.
How are we hanging up that food then to avoid the bear activity, Anaya?
There's certain restrictions. You can use this kind of rope and stuff to hang it up from trees, depending on what BC Park's guidelines are for different campsites, as well as some campsites may have storage lockers for food to make sure you can keep them away from bears.
Great information here. And what's the website to find out more for Scouts Canada?
Scouts.ca.
You guys are terrific ambassadors. Good job, guys. It's time to eat some breakfast. Yeah? Okay, they're hungry. We'll let them eat now. They worked hard. Listen, thank you, ladies. We'll take a quick break. Oh, we can hug. We can hug. We'll go all the way. We'll go all the way there. Come on in. We love the Scouts here on BT.